Bonjour, bienvenue au French Tech Podcast. Welcome to the French Tech Podcast. Still recording here on the second day of the fantastic Singapore FinTech Festival. Very honored to be welcomed at the booth of the Ministry of the High-Tech Industry of the Republic of Armenia, and especially honored to welcome Gegham, the Deputy Minister.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Could I ask you to quickly introduce yourself and
Yes.
to introduce your ministry, which is quite special, I think.
Yes, actually, what we have, there is a Ministry of High-Tech Industry. The main idea of creation of this ministry was the industry of high-tech we have in Armenia. The Armenia is just 3 million population country, but we have more than 1,000 companies in our country who are working in high-tech. In
1,000?
That's more than
Wow.
1,000, yes. And there is a very wide directions they are working for artificial intelligence, autonomous driver assistance systems, for the for the vehicles, for the space industry. They are working for big data, the cyber security, many companies, and the government saw that there is we need some structure who will help these countries to grow and to go to the next level.
Right.
And this is the main direction where we are working, and that's why we are here.
That's
Yes.
why you're here
Yes,
today
because-
also in
yes,
Singapore.
Yes, we just represent Armenia, that it is possible for the global companies work in Armenia. And another thing, our company is trying to find the partners in the Asia region. So this is a very important expo for us. And we see that we found a lot of companies who are interested in our technologies, and there is will be collaborations. And also it is very important that will be part of different expos in the future too. For example, last year we was in Paris in Vivatech.
Yes.
Yes, and next year we'll be there too. Again,
Fantastic.
you'll see the Armenia booth. Based on our ministry will work on it, and that's it.
Well, that's fantastic, and I think it's great to see that European ambition to
Yeah.
create the next generation of tech unicorn startups that is shared, I think, between your country and mine. France definitely has that ambition as well. We see ever increasing funding rounds, so we have the strong ambition to help these companies scale up into the world, scale up into Asia, where a lot of the opportunities are. Can I ask you to talk about some of the opportunities that you see here in the Southeast Asia region for the companies that are coming out of Armenia?
Yes, as you see, we have we choose 10 companies who represent different directions.
Ah, right.
Yes,
Yeah.
for example, for IoTs, we choose a company who had smart wallets with a different wide functionality. It's called Walterman,
Mhm.
and this is a wallet where you can charge your phone. You can if there is a camera. If someone take your wallet, the camera will shoot and send the picture to you.
I need one of those.
Yeah, it's a very interesting solution. Another one, you see the robot. There is eyes of the robot.
Oh, yeah.
There is, for example, for the hospitals.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, for the
Yeah.
kids. When the kids go to the hospital, it's very hard for them. It's a psychology and
Yes. Yeah,
yes. And
yeah.
what they are doing, for example, when they are going to the tomography, it looks like for a kid he going to the special space
Oh, wow.
cosmic place, and the robot take the kids,
Wow.
and it's like a story for a kid, and it's very easy to go to the tomography. Yes, and there is a different situations and scenarios for the kids, and we have already used this robot in 4 hospitals in Armenia.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
and it really helps for kids to go to the different doctors very easy. Yeah? And there is a solution in cybersecurity, in software testing, in educational laboratories. So we are just showing the wide directions, and just to try to feel what is the best one for the region to collaborate. And after a few years, we will found the main directions, and we'll try to grow these directions.
I think that's a strategy that definitely resonates with what we're trying to do through La French Tech as well.
Yeah.
We're trying to send delegations, so out of France, right, to showcase some of the more promising startups, and so that they can get a feel for what's going on here in the market for some of those opportunities. Do you find that in general for Armenian companies, it's easy for them to go abroad, to have this international ambition?
Actually, there is a big competition. It couldn't be easy, but because of our companies mostly working in the field where it's very hard to start something.
I see.
It's just hard solving problems. They're taking the hard solving problems. There is a niche where usually the big companies, the global companies, they have no time and there is not interesting to put in. So there are companies that take this part and try to grow on it. And actually we have, for example, another thing, the collaboration with the French companies. We are start to talk to Thales, to Airbus, how they can collaborate with Armenian companies or how they can be represented with R&D teams in Armenia. So there is I think collaboration with the French companies, and we have a very good future in this.
I can only agree. And for those people who don't know, so Armenia is also a French-speaking country.
Yeah, actually, I am not speaking, but there is many people who
there are many people who just speak French.
Yeah, in our ministry we have 5-6 people who knows French very well. Yes.
Wow, terrific.
Yeah, so welcome to Armenia.
There
is people who can talk in French. Yeah.
But that makes collaboration much easier and sort of
you're right.
It lowers the threshold for some of these big French companies to go to your country and to see what kind of partnerships they can strike up, especially in R&D, right? For which Armenia is very well known, I think.
Yes, because we have a history of the technologies. It usually comes, of course, from the Soviet Union, but there is a lot of budget were spent to the domain knowledge, like mathematical algorithms, physics, wireless communications, and a very wide spectrum of the science. And again, we have a university, French-Armenian University.
Right, yes.
It's very important. There's company who come. There is a people every year come out with, they know French, they know technologies, they know algorithms, they know tech, so they can work. It's a most important thing, so for the companies who will come to Armenia.
Well, I have to say, I think it's very inspiring to see that there's a country that has a ministry of the high-tech industry. I think it's very, very inspiring. What would be your message to French companies trying to expand abroad into Southeast Asia? Are there any words of wisdom that you could share with them?
I just want to share the information. I think they'll have the decision. The main information what we have, that we have a knowledge. We have a knowledge in 4 main directions. It's a math algorithms, physics, it's a wireless communication, and electronic semiconductor. This is the main 4 directions we have a big knowledge.
Yes.
And based on it, it is possible 3 ways of collaboration. The first one is a collaboration when the companies from the France see possibility of partnership with our companies because they want to develop something. They need resources, and this is a country who has the resource,
right?
And there is a companies who know how to develop. So it could be just the order, and they will develop, for example. The second way is collaboration. They can find a company in Armenia, and they can invest to this company because we have, as I say, more than 1,000 of companies, and they are ready to grow. So it could be just investment. And third possible way is just to find the people and have an R&D office in Armenia.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
But this is the right time to start in Armenia, because I think in few years it will be more harder. So more the global companies will be because we have already global companies who work in Armenia.
Right. Yeah.
And in few years, most of the global companies will work in Armenia in R&D. So it is the time to start.
So there are great opportunities now to build bridges between France and Armenia. And maybe together we can build bridges between Europe and Southeast Asia to grasp some of those opportunities here.
Yes, you're right. And for example, it's based on UNDP, we have a programs that we are trying to connect Asia, Europe, and to Armenia and so on. And another very important thing that the ministry was created, as you know, we have a revolution in Armenia 1 year ago, to 2018, and many things very changed. They're changing very fast, and it is very easy to work in Armenia. At this point, it's very easy. And when you are working in Armenia, you have another connection. It's called the Eurasian Union.
Ah.
Yes, because Armenia is part of the Eurasian Union, and Armenia has a GDP, GSP to work to Europe. It's
Ah,
just
right,
a
yes.
place
Yeah,
of connection.
Yes, absolutely.
It's very easy place to work.
It's a place of connection. It's a crossroads,
Yes, yes,
and
you're
many
right.
opportunities and collaboration
Yes.
and expansion into all kinds of markets. Well, thank you very much
Thank you
for
very
taking
much.
the time to talk
Thank
to
you.
me. It's been
Yes.
an honor,
Yeah.
and I hope everything's going extremely well for you here in Singapore at the FinTech Festival.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.